the rest of your life with is the single most important decision you will ever make. Because
The single most significant choice you will ever make is who you spend the rest of your life with. For example, when Steve and I first started dating, he had no idea what he wanted to do with his life. That was a toxic relationship. Today, we're delving deeply into the realm of celebrity family drama, with Steve Harvey's family serving as the main focus. What Brandi Harvey has been saying about Marjorie will astound you. She has been leaking some very hot tea. So grab a seat, because this is going to be an emotional roller coaster filled with revelations. Let's get started. Please introduce my wife Marjorie, the woman of my dreams. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Secret Life Channel. So what's up in the Harvey household these days? Steve's blood-related kids are at odds with Marjorie, so things are still heated. Brandi's standing at the front of the line as Steve's oldest child seems to have a bee in her bonnet about Marjorie. Word on the street is that Brandi's cold vibes towards Marjorie have been consistent, and that trust, well, it's frostier than a winter's morning. I can't really tell you what's wrong with kids, but I can tell you what the hell wrong with Pam whispers are growing louder, that Marjorie might have played a hand in Steve's peculiar shift of attention. We mean, did she really push Steve to give her kids not only a place in his home, but also his surname? Fans and insiders alike have been chewing over this for ages. Interestingly, while Brandi and her squad found this move pretty bizarre, they kept their cards close to their chest, thinking the drama would settle, but boy were they in for a surprise. Kill everybody in here. About your ass, please understand that about the way I love you, Marjorie Elaine, you're really here, so I can honor you. Foreign to Steve and Marjorie's love story. The lens gets a tad smudgy ever since Marjorie put a ring on it. Folks have been side-eyeing her, and not in the good way. Social media's been albus, suggesting maybe Marjorie's eyes weren't so much on Steve, but on his hefty bank balance. With every romantic snapshot they post, there's always that comment section filled with skeptics. Could it really be all about the green for Marjorie? But wait, there's another layer to this soap opera. While cash might be a hot topic, it's Marjorie's sway over Steve's priorities that's the real talk of the town. Rumors are flying that Marjorie's not only nudging her kids into the spotlight, but also subtly elbowing Steve's biological kids into the shadows. The best illustration now, meet Lori, the Harvey show's shining star, despite the fact that she and Steve do not share DNA. I adore this girl. She's the best thing I've ever had. We're going to work together, create a loving environment, and everyone is invited in. Steve seems excited about it, but his other children aren't as much. They're relegated to the background, raising eyebrows as Lori becomes a well-known and stunning model who commands attention everywhere she goes. Lori's rising fame is an interesting case because, despite not being Steve's biological daughter, she has caused some friction in the Harvey nest. It's as though she's the main act while Steve's other children perform backup. If the rumors about this star treatment are to be believed, then the other kids aren't too fond of it either. Every time Steve extends the red carpet for Lori, they wonder, what about the rest of us? The blended Harvey clan combines love, loyalty, and drama with a healthy dose of sibling rivalry. I think that Lori has been snagging all the headlines, especially with her high-profile romances. Because of this, there is a growing rumor that Marjorie, the mama bear, may have played a role in elevating Lori to the top of the celebrity queue, making Steve's other kids feel like extras on the set. For this reason, I am extremely protective of her, because I know what she is up against. Martin, from his second, dug up some dirt. He took my Winton from me and turned my son against me. But hold on, it gets darker. A while back, Mary Winton's mother and Steve's ex spilled the tea, complaining that Steve wasn't the nicest to Win during visits. She even suggested that Marjorie might have been whispering in Steve's ear, hoping that Mary would give up and seek full custody, giving Marjorie's kids more space at the table. Winton didn't go to Steve's house for picnics. Mary has stated publicly that her son had some difficult times, such as the time Steve struck him so hard that Winton was unable to breathe. That's a lot to process, and it casts further light on the complex dynamics of the Harvey family. Now, Marjorie's strategy didn't quite work out when it came to separating Winton and Steve. Ender Broderick, Steve's firstborn, claims that he and Steve were essentially strangers until he turned 16. Steve turned the tables and gained full custody of Winton. Perhaps this had anything to do with Mary's inability to pay for a powerhouse legal team. But let's put that out of our minds for the time being. Winton wasn't the only old rival that Marjorie seemed to try to distance herself from. Although child support was provided, my emotional support system was depleted. My dad didn't become a full-time part of my life until I was 16. However, on the other hand, Steve appears to have had no trouble acting as super dad to Marjorie's children. In fact, they don't even refer to him as stepdad. Instead, they simply call him dad, despite the fact that their original fathers are still alive. What a clever plot twist that is. Thus, the unanswered issue is, why is Marjorie the puppet master here, manipulating things so that her kids become the stars of the Harvey show? Let's take a closer look. Joni's former partners for an extended period, Jim Townsend and Donna Woods, have been in legal trouble. Jim, the father of 2 of Marjorie's children, spent 26 years in the slammer due to drug trafficking, leaving the children without their biological father for the majority of their lives. Meanwhile, Donald, her other ex-husband, is associated with the infamous Woods Brothers gang and has experienced numerous run-ins with the law because she makes it her mission to conceal her past. As I read the book, I realized that because their bio parents were in precarious positions, Marjorie's kids were essentially sailing without a captain until Steve Harvey, a well-known TV personality with a golden heart and matching pocket squares, entered the picture. What a catch for someone trying to provide for her kids. A hint of luxury, and to be honest, Marjorie may have wanted her children to be at the forefront to capitalize on the Harvey name and brand, as Steve's fame and fortune were A-list tickets for her brood. However, hold on, with Steve's established career, why would he need to sideline his own offspring for Marjorie's kids? Are the rumors about Marjorie being the driving force behind Steve's decision to prioritize her children over his true? Perhaps the allure of having a united family under one roof was too great to resist, or perhaps promises made behind closed doors. Lori was essentially Steve's partner in crime, accompanying him on those opulent father-daughter dates where they'd hit up fancy Japanese restaurants.